8 plus x is less than 4 plus x minus 6. I have a lot of like terms, so I would like to get those handled first. And I see that I have a 2x and an x on the same side. They could be combined. And I have a 4 and a negative 6 on the right. They could be combined. So 2x and x, that's going to give me 3x plus 8. I bring down that inequality less than, and then I have 4 minus 6, so a negative 2 plus x. Now I can collect my x's on either side, but I generally like to collect on the left, so we'll go ahead and do that. Subtract x from both sides so that it'll move over to the left, and I have 3x minus x, which is 2x plus 8, is less than negative 2. Now I need to subtract 8 because I want to move it over to the right hand side, so I'm going to do the opposite operation. Plus 8 minus 8, that undoes, and I have just a 2x on the left hand side. Negative 8 and negative 2 makes a negative 10, and then divide both sides by a 2. I am multiplying or dividing, so I need to think, is it a negative that I'm multiplying by, or in this case dividing? And the answer is no, it's a positive, so I don't need to change my inequality symbol. I leave it as it is. The 2's do reduce, and I get x is less than a negative 5. So that's my algebraic notation. If I want to make a graph, number line graph, I need negative 5 located on my graph, and I'm going less than or to this same, see how that looks like the less than? I'm going in that direction. As long as I have my x first, my variable first, I can use this shape to help me identify which end to go to. See how it has that same shape? That's a little hint for you. But the x has to be first. So I have x is less than negative 5. That means I'm going to the left, filling in there, and it's strictly less than, so I'll need a parenthesis right at the negative 5, which leads me directly to my interval notation all the way from negative infinity to negative 5 with a parenthesis that comes straight from my graph. So the negative 5 with a parenthesis. And then my set notation, I started off with the set brace there and write x such that, and then I'm just going to take my algebraic notation and plop it right into that set notation. And there's my 4 forms of my answer: my algebraic notation, my graph, my interval notation, which comes straight from your graph, and then my set notation, which has a little bit of extra stuff on either end, but it's essentially my algebraic notation.